Today on Monkey Life, Gibbons, Sam and Sasak move out, while the maintenance team move in to give their enclosure a makeover. But Sam is less than enthusiastic.
Come on, Sam. Is he moving at all? Nope. Don't think he would.
Rehomed pet trade marmoset Kush is in need of a companion, and the team are hoping for a love match.
Plans are going to be an intro with Machino, the male that's living next door, who's single and ready to mingle.
And Capuchin Donnie takes over as alpha male of his group, having proved a hit with the ladies. Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
The owners are going to be upset to say goodbye, but they're doing the right thing.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 24 different species. There are 18 gibbons from 5 different species living at Monkey World. The majority are at the main gibbon house, but 3 established pairs have their own large tree-filled enclosures where they can move through the canopy as they would in the wild. One of those pairs, siamang gibbons Sam and Sasak, have been together for 12 years. Sasak arrived from Dublin Zoo to join Sam after the sad loss of his partner and later his son. They've been a devoted couple ever since, but today their settled existence is going to be disrupted. Their house and enclosure both need extensive renovation, which means the siamangs have to move out while the maintenance team move in.
We're going to box the siamangs up individually. They have been being crate trained for the past 2 months in the hope that they're going to willingly walk into the box. Fingers crossed.
Sam and Sasak are off to temporary accommodation consisting of 2 bedrooms and a cage enclosure at the main gibbon house. It's a very different space to the one they're used to, but there's plenty to keep them busy and interested.
We'll have all of our 5 species of gibbon that we have at the park in one location. So especially when everyone starts singing, it might be a bit of a culture shock to Sam and Sasak, but being the loudest of all the gibbon species, they'll certainly give everyone else a run for their money. Right, come on, muscles. Yeah.
The team are going to crate up the siamangs one at a time. Sarah has them ready in the outside tunnel system linking the house and enclosure.
They know that something is up because this is now a change in routine, whereas we'd usually just release them straight to the enclosure, so this will be an interesting step.
Primate care staff members Lee and Kat have secured the first of the transport crates to the tunnel.
We're good? Secure?
Sam is up first.
Good lad, you're going in. Come on, Sam.
But he's reluctant.
Is he moving at all? Nope. Don't think he would.
And keeping his distance.
Go on.
Despite all the crate training and the offer of tasty titbits, he's not budging.
Samuel, I've got treats.
Time for Plan B.
We're committed now. We've got to see this through. We've got to get it done.
Lee has a specially designed piece of equipment that fits into the tunnel and blocks off any escape route. It means Sam can only move in one direction, towards the crate.
Sam, come here. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go.
And
nice.
It works.
Keep going. Right, we're in. Well done. Good boy, Sam. Good boy, buddy. Here, have some banana.
With Sam safely in the travel crate, the team move him away from the enclosure, ready to be transported to the main gibbon house.
Next step is Sass. She's just witnessed all of that. Great. Come on,
husbands.
Let's go. Come on, baby girl.
Separated from her partner, Sasak is suspicious and unwilling to cooperate.
Come on, Sass.
No amount of persuasion will convince her to go anywhere near the crate.
Sass is still on the top. She's not coming down.
The team don't want to overstress her, so decide to give Sasak a chance to calm down while they move Sam to the temporary bedroom in the main gibbon house.
Obviously, the longer they're in the box, the more stressed they're going to get. So we'll just try and get him comfortable inside the house, and then we'll go back and we'll try again with Sass.
With so many primates to feed, the park welcomes donations from generous local businesses and the public. And today, a contribution of large sunflower heads has arrived. Primate care staff member Elle has decided the beneficiaries will be the park's 2 patas monkeys.
So Mr. P and Penelope, they've never seen sunflower heads before, and they're absolutely packed full of seeds. The seeds contain vitamin E, which is a really important vitamin, especially for eyesight, which is something we know that Penelope struggles with. She's got a cataract in her right eye. So with her elderly age, this will be a benefit to her vitamin-wise as well.
There's an estimated 10-year age gap between the two. Mr. P is the younger, but they're both mobile. Despite this, Elle still has her reservations.
I don't know how Mr. P and Penelope are going to do with this, to be honest. It's going to be interesting for me to see as well. We've put some of them higher up, some of them lower to the ground. They've got small little nimble fingers, so they should be able to pick the seeds out of the heads pretty well. And like I said, their mobility is all right, especially Penelope for the age that she's at.
Elle lets the pair out.
Hi.
Despite being African savanna ground dwellers who would eat seeds in the wild, they're not impressed. They're not the most adventurous primates at the park, and being captive animals, they know food will be provided. But Mr. P and Penelope haven't worked out yet. This is it.
If I was placing bets, I would have lost all my money by now because neither of them have figured it out yet. It might take them a while. Hopefully, if one of them does it, the other one will catch on. Otherwise, it's just a bit of a waiting game.
The pair arrived at Monkey World in 2021 from Borth Zoo in North Wales. Then, Penelope was more dominant, but their roles have reversed, and Mr. P is now in charge, as it would be in the wild. The cataract in Penelope's right eye, along with her age, probably contributed.
We're pretty sure she's got no vision in it, but her left eye at the minute is looking all okay. We've had to make some few changes, so some easier ladders to help her climb up in the enclosures, both inside and outside. At the minute, she's still at the point where she can forage and find the food on the floor, but for the future, it is just something that we'll have to keep on monitoring.
Despite her condition, Penelope has finally realised there is food to be found in the strange objects hanging in the enclosure, and starts picking her way through the seeds. It's a good indicator for the team that she still sees well enough with her left eye. Mr. P, having watched Penelope's efforts, also takes a closer look at the sunflower heads. But neither patas monkeys are enthusiastic about the unusual offering.
Overall, the sunflower heads weren't as exciting as what we thought they were going to be. It might be that we leave them in for a couple of days and they show a bit more interest. Penelope has gone over to one. She gave it a little bit of a tap, knocked some seeds out and ate a couple. That caught the attention of Mr. P. I think he even had a little bit of a tap. But yeah, overall, not as interested as I thought they would be.
Elle will leave the sunflower heads out for the next few days. If the patas pair don't eat the seeds, then the wild birds surely will. There are 3 groups of orangutans at the park. Gordon's trio, which includes the big male's mum Amy, the first ever orangutan at Monkey World, and another female, Xiao Lan. Then there's the nursery group of 6, led by female O'Sheen. It was set up to care for orphaned and rejected youngsters from centres across Europe. And finally, there's Tuan's troop, most of whom were rehomed from the Pingtung Rescue Centre in Taiwan. They were stolen from the wild and led traumatic lives as pets or as part of the entertainment industry. Along with Tuan, there are 3 adult females: Ame, Lucky, and Roro. The 5th member of the group is 11-year-old Awan. She was born at the park and, although still an adolescent, will soon reach adulthood. Until a few months ago, there were 6 in the troop. Then, fun-loving youngster Hujan left to join the nursery to live with others of a similar age. The move left a hole in the lives of some of Tuan's troop.
The dynamics have changed a little bit, obviously, with Hujan out of the group. But, I mean, the last couple of weeks, they all seem to be getting on quite relaxed and lovely. And, in fact, the other day, Roro actually started to groom Ame a lot, and they've been spending a lot of time together up in their corner. And Hujan has still been coming up to the fence line from the nursery and kind of having a little look across, but not really any sad looks or anything. They're just kind of getting on with things, playing, and the group are doing pretty well, to be honest, at the moment.
Before Hujan came to the park in 2019, adult females Roro and the more dominant Lucky didn't get on. Their relationship disintegrated to a point where they were kept apart, taking it in turns to use the outside enclosure. But little Hujan's arrival changed all that. Roro quickly adopted him, and as her confidence increased, her standing within the group soared too. The group was reunited, and Lucky and Roro managed to rub along together. But with Hujan settled in the nursery across the way, the care team were concerned the animosity between the 2 females could reignite. They've been surprised and delighted as, so far, Roro seems to be standing her ground.
She seems, since Hujan left, to have kept that confidence, so she still is the top dog, top woman in this group. Tuan's still certainly defending her if any of the other girls ever give her any hassle or anything like that. So she's kept her confidence, she's doing really well, and I'm really quite proud of what she's gone through, really.
The youngest female in the group, Awan, has always been fun-loving and gregarious, but she's growing up fast, and the adults aren't as tolerant of her antics as they once were.
She's actually grown up to be quite a tough little cookie, a very well-rounded orangutan. But now she's kind of lost that baby status in the group, so she doesn't necessarily get away with everything that she used to. She certainly tries it on, and she certainly does get a little bit more of a chase now and again than she used to, with a little bit more fury involved, if you like. But it'll be a very exciting time to see how Anne goes in these sort of teenage to adult sort of years that are ahead of us, I guess. So yeah, very interesting time.
In the wild, orangutans lead more solitary lives than captive groups. So, although Tuan and his ladies appear settled for now, who knows what the future has in store? Across the park at the Siamangs, with Sam safely indoors at the main gibbon house,
Go. Move.
the team have returned to the gibbon support building to convince his partner Sasak to join him, so they can be quickly reunited. She's proving reluctant, so the team have given her a short break.
Come on, Sass.
The timeout works. This time, Sasak is persuaded into the box and loaded up to be taken straight to the main gibbon house.
Get in the driving seat.
Happy they're all in. It was a little bit stressful getting them there.
There she is.
Where the team quickly reunite the pair.
Hi.
Putting pairs back together after a stressful event can be difficult, but the team knows Sam and Sasak are so bonded they'll give each other comfort. And it's only a matter of minutes before they're settled, and Sarah can open up the slide to give them access to the outdoor area.
And then pop it.
This time, the 2 siamangs don't hold back.
Yes, Sass. That didn't take long. That wasn't too bad. A little bit nervous, but yeah, curiosity got the better of them.
They're soon outside, exploring and getting accustomed to their new neighbours. The move has been a success, and the team can now get to work renovating the Siamang's house and enclosure. The job will take several months, and while they wait, Sam and Sasak will have a new world to interest them, and more noisy neighbours to compete with in the singing stakes. Someone else having to get used to a new environment is female marmoset Cush. It's less than 48 hours since Alison collected her from Bristol. She was in need of a new home and, most importantly, companionship of her own kind. The last 2 days have been a very different experience for the new arrival, but she's coped well.
She's gone from what she knows as home into this huge space and environment. We've got 15 other individuals that she's got to get used to, making the loud bangs and contact calls. So yeah, she's settling down nicely. I think she's just still in the phase of just getting familiar with everything.
For a pet trade marmoset, Cush is reasonably healthy, and at 340 grams, quite a big girl. She's had a therapeutic dose of vitamin D3 and will continue to receive supplements to help strengthen her bones. Today is another big step in her new life. She's about to meet a possible forever companion.
So the next plans are going to be an intro with Machino, the male that's living next door, who's single and ready to mingle. Machino definitely knows she's there. He can smell her, he can see her, but he's playing it cool.
To gauge their reaction to each other, the team are beginning by giving the pair just mesh contact.
She looks sort of relaxed.
If that's positive, they'll progress to opening the bedrooms fully and letting the two marmosets meet face to face. Cush is first given access to the bedroom immediately next door to Mozzie, but she's in no rush to see her potential new partner.
She at least put her head through.
It takes several attempts for her to pluck up the courage.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe.
At last, she's in, but ignoring Mozzie. Instead, she checks out everything else.
Cush has come through. She seems really calm. She's scent marking, sniffing what's Mozzie's bed. A little bit concerned that Mozzie will get a little too wound up if she continues to sort of not blank him, but not interact with him a bit more. But she's looking at him and taking her time, so she definitely knows that he's there and vice versa.
Once Cush has had a feed, she finally approaches the mesh to take a closer look at Mozzie. All the signs are positive. So Alison and Elle decide it's time for the pair to meet face to face.
We've gone ahead and opened up. Neither of them seem to have really interacted with each other, so we just have to give it time and wait and see how it plays out. But I'd like to see them either groom or face-to-face, a little bit of interaction.
And Alison gets her wish as the pair become more confident and cozy up in a basket together for some mutual grooming. Always a good sign they're happy in each other's company.
Really good right now, and we just have to hope that it continues. But she's still intent on telling us that this is her man. They've been in bed together, grooming, and at the same time, little happy whistly chirps. So just have to hope it continues.
It's early days, but all the signs are favourable that this partnership could be a happy one. It's a beautiful sunny day, and down at the Capuchin complex, one group are making the most of their wonderful outdoor enclosure. It's been designed to give the Capuchins everything they need, with tall climbing frames and walkways, and lots of natural planting providing shade and shelter, as well as a perfect habitat for wildlife, something this group love.
They spend most of their day just foraging for the insects that just naturally appear. You'll see them digging up the grass and overturning the turf to get to things like the woodlouse and the worms. They'll go along the fence line or underneath the platforms and get all the spiders. And we're also really lucky that we've got things like buddleia in their enclosures that naturally attract a lot of other flying insects as well, and so they love catching those. It's a very natural behaviour. It's exactly what they would be doing out in the wild. So it's really nice to be able to see them doing that all through the summer.
Hunting for insects may be natural behaviour for wild capuchins, but all of this group, bar one, were born in a Chilean laboratory.
We do actually have one individual, Mary, that was originally came from the wild, so she has experienced that. But all of the others would have been born in the lab and never seen it. And the fact that they're still here exhibiting those behaviours, they've obviously learnt that from the others in their groups, but also, you know, it's just natural instinct for them to do that. But they need this to be able to demonstrate that.
In the wild, capuchins forage for insects around 70% of the day and have a precision grip. At the park, they're not always as successful. Known as the fluffies, due to the majority still having their baby fur when they were first put together as a group in 2008, this troop are very different from the mixed-age capuchin groups at the park. They've all grown up together and are a playful, sometimes volatile unit.
Yes, some of these individuals that are in Donnie's group were just sort of 1 or 2 years old when they arrived here. So now they're sort of like 17, 18, which is, they're in their prime really. And that's why we've seen so much change. At the beginning, they were just young, inquisitive, couldn't care less about the hierarchy. Whereas now actually they're wanting that. They're wanting the responsibility and to move up the hierarchy. And it's really interesting to see them all change and get to that point together.
It's led to something of an upheaval in the last few months. Not only have these capuchins had to contend with moving house, they also have a new leader. And it's a huge surprise to everyone.
Donnie has taken over as dominant male of the group. Completely unexpected. When they ousted Franco, you know, all the guesses were out as to who was going to take over. And actually, for all of us, Donnie was at the bottom of the list. We were like, no, no way he's going to take it. And yeah, he's just, all the girls have favoured him. All the others gave it a go. Felipe gave it a go, William, Fabian, who all of the females really dislike. And they've chosen Donnie. So, yeah. He's not a great dominant male in terms of disciplining the other individuals within the group, but for the most part, the group is fairly settled.
Even Donnie seems surprised with his newfound status, but it certainly helps having the backing of the females like Digit and Fiona, quick to tell challengers like Fabian to back off. So for now, they're not just known as the Fluffies, they're also called Donnie's group. But whether that will last is anyone's guess. Next time on Monkey Life, Saki monkey Desmond loses his lady, Chloe, who is the oldest Saki in Europe.
We just came in the morning and she'd passed on her blankets in her bed, which were very, very sad, so you can't wish for a better ending than that.
And a fruity treat helps Gibbon's Peanut and Pungyo reaffirm their pair bond.